a mpanimfo role it is proper to give it to obi a woye panimu na ne attitude everything a panimu set so a was sa nipa we ka ho de amenye but why wo ye adwuma no nso so ye adwuma de enti no was ultimate ka say me de sa nipa we ka ho de amenye enye Agyapong to the best of my knowledge or started sa dan no ana won fa no ho enkobo political party bia me I voted since 1969 politics a contest of ideas wo wadwene ni so madwene ni eti de he na you feel say you follow a ebeboa yen Ghana for say ya dwene ni say ye koye politics di ko pesika dia na che say ye politics no se be enye politics papa ya dwene say ye kwa join politics na ye dia kwa pesika dia na dia wo se ye hu ni say ya dwene ni say ye kwa bo oman no kro no me dia me hwe ya dwene ni ye be ya attitudes ni ye behavior we are not ready for multi-party democracy. That is why I am now saying say here a national government party be ewo ho na o start project bia so we na say party for ba ban mu a oba project no won to aso Kennedy Agyapong oye bibi a eye on toward da o se etimi ka
Memo akwaba was my Ghana TV meeting and Mr. Pillow. And over bedi nkomo. Mensaka movie actor Mr. Poku. Ye ba bedi nkomo after all the angles, movie side, politics, any Ghana how ye movie ya nyamafa. Afi na wadwen and the message you also be share amani powerful on waiting adwen here. Unya subscribe here. Na we me subscribe and so. We me subscribe so na we and we me notification bell no send e be the tuma. One sabeti maka ntentem so subscribe no mesraw umia so a yenji uska bia the answer be mia so eno chese wa be cast Smart Ghana TV ebusuoko no papa mo akwa ba de ba Smart Ghana TV
yeah
me nyaje say metimi meet you one on one
yo me so me that's it
first of all the minimum say from Mr. Opoku udi angasa dey say
you're from me Godfrey Opoku Mensa
okay
idia meja neme na wo me yede ma me de from me Kwabena Poku but my official name the medical school ni ade nyina Godfrey Opoku Mensa
won fi wonanim na me bisa say we movie industry me fie say ni
let me say it's about 23 years now.
Wow,
it's about 23 years now, yeah.
And over to Santo mu that time.
Okay, Santo num many wo mo ye adwuma oni Judas nyina na wo mo no wo mo nhye ni movie industry num as such so when say no mo the concert party na wo mo until a time na wo mo friends and producers no be edi wo mo bewura movie industry num eti Santo ni Judas many wo mo ye adwuma or a miracle film set so or Nakwadu set so any what's his name your yeah me ko worry what's Emilio Finidino wo mo nyina edi ni ye wo mo ye adwuma na me ka ho nti wo mo no eba be kan ye ho no mo no na de wo mo major any concert party no but a trainer or mo be kan ye ho miracle film say any wo mo try I think Sika and some other films and any wo mo try
but that time is no say yet mo movie enka and say ye hu movie a ye rush pa say ye pese ye be kwakwhwe movie kura moaye but in the no and this first no e kwambers na mo de ye movie a e ma ye pray ho say ye pese ye hwe
I believe say stories na ye de ye movies no na stories na amanfo pe people could say they could woman dia woman person woman nya bibi free mu nti na tambia ye movies na woman epese woman hwe na woman nya additional bi free mu na fe esa entertaining woman so enunti na sa time no na woman eba be hwe movies ni sa no no it's not as if say nipa nyasini na wo mo nhwe but one say movie industry na nkasa say e ko form eti movies na ye no enhwe da en no so sa on say after Doomsday era no for the telenovelas bebre by na ya fe India for ne no mo katwi enti ema amanfo adwene ekọ ho na nyese bo mo mpeye de no as such na emom na yen se de na ye feature movies ma ye ton wo CD so ne ade no stopoi enunti na koba se ase amanfo empe ye movies no but still me gidi say amanfo enije ho maybe the method of marketing no na was esesa on se first no nka CDs na ye ton na CDs na amanfo ton but we change in technology no so ama marketing strategies no so was esesa until me gidi say na face so cost so ka ho on say yen no we economic situation mu more than kakra enti say amanfo yiska sabi wo ba yare wo ba ko school all those things no you prioritize those things than sabia wo be ti usika dia kwakoto enti the economy no so has an impact on say amanfo patronize movies no.
Wow, the tie show movies, but the young who is a what tie actually the womb at that part be on my way power, but they are now me sure managing home be how which what the fan. And me funny I say, we are the training that now the baby move.
Surprisingly, my teacher that, but it was for a very short spell. Adwuma me ye pa de ye brewing. Me free school na me enter into brewing. Na me ni Kumasi brewery and started adwuma. Me ni Kumasi brewery ye adwuma for about 10 years. And me call because ye counterparts in Nigeria so ye adwuma Nigerian Breweries PLC. Almost so many omukoye adwuma. Just say it's the same products na ye wo Kumasi brewery no na ye wo Nigerian Star, Gulda, Maltina or Amstel Malta and all those things. The ye wo Kumasi brewery no na ye the same companies now. The only thing is they are located in different countries. The my major part there it was brewing because 24 years of my life was spent in the brewery industry. Me adwuma Kumasi brewery for 10 years. And I'm here Juma Nigerian breweries for 14 years.
Wow.
And teaching no there it came in as a stopgap measure. It was for a short spell. And people tend to associate me more with teaching than with brewing. It is because they don't know. Okay. It is because I'm say teaching no enkolani bi ho na me teach wo mo a wo mo kura wo mo anyini omo ebikura by movie industry omo hu me am say utichi yen was school we na me say that is how anti ama for a believe say teaching pa na me but that was not my major. My major part there any brewing
because you teaching in movie mu a you aggressive for us papa we teach pe na ti maybe say we there let's we prefer out but which that there papa you be call into more kakra I was teaching mu no mama adwani etime sua de na nsia akotia senior high school headmaster bi eslape student ma ho bansem bebre ni ade be yese you be slap obi asom sa wa dwen kire was a particular asemu mu ne say na wa be kire ade pen
me no yen time no na ye boy ni try kings so we break school rules then you are seen as being indisciplined enti na ye time no ni try ma in some cases cry yetimi ka say four big boys na ya babe so we kra na ye twa ma sabe ye bo ye twa ye kings no ye ngu se na meti hai me ya se ye twa me kings da ye twa me kings da ye ngu. But what I will not accept and say ubebo obi asom akoda bi asom yen sisi ya no won say corporal punishment no ye see ye twem my more enkoda because there are other forms of punishment ewo ho a they are as effective as maybe keni akola no. Yeah, I tell you could to say spare the rod and spoil the child. And he be no margin you almost say was still in order to bring our children into line or say it to me a keni or a bin so I almost say and ye keni and ma akwala discipline. It is the type of training that you give to the child, you know, and no and na ebema why disciplined. Uko abruchira say ye mon kola wo abruchire wo di akola wo di king kwa akutwa obi school proprietor na obeyi wadi ho ye mo akola wo eninti no yen environment no ye a bit different yen you feel say sa akola no wa amono a obesay. But me personally dear I don't believe in corporal punishment. Say enipa who pese who influence the way of thought ni idea was so reach into the inner recesses of the person's mind. Inti ewo kwan a obefa so a obekasa akire no akola na ama wanya watimi encourage no ama hu se sa de wo ya me ye enye na emwa me so of course there are some stubborn children bi wo ho a one way ya na in your fury no now they wakwakobo no but unya kobo no said ya who can say me I don't call it corporal punishment, I call it assault. Wow. Assault the moment I will be assault assault which is not allowed. And in extreme cases you may be infuriated now but as a normal way of disciplining you know me feel said there are other forms of punishment ebema akola no wo hu sade ameye no enye na ma menye sade no bio that is my thought on this thing. Yeah, environment here in Ghana and in Africa in general no you feel say utimi atia akola no sana were free, but I don't think so.
But we how our government say the memeyambo nkwala na ade na your future eboboa for that nkwala ye ba younger moba no say memeyambo mo bio ti say the wo ka say wo time na ye bo mo ba
ye de na twa ma
but sisi a ye twem eboboa yen o san kwan so
and America no say if you reach the mind of akwala no emanu hu se sadie no eni se oya a friend saying me gidi yi pa se ogitum se sadie no nya or be refrain from doing it. And if say akwala bi kura yi bibia e wo se woman corporal punishment it should be measured. It should be measured, but ibinum timi yema ebroso it should be measured. And afi kura no so it's say you were head of every institution no ansa na obi corporal punishment no e was say woman ansa obema obi na wa repeat this offense na several times and no so kra na obema corporal aya e was say wo head of institution say headmaster na teacher senior your friend bia no na wo manu hu say akodai what this aboni de bia wo caution de bia wo caution but still it might even not be bit me suspending no cry. Bit me suspending no. Ama okofia the parents be won say auntie wo school ho no enkola born sem na wo yinti na me suspend wo no. Na wo mo as parents no because training no starts from the home. Training starts from the home and sana go school. Teachers they only complement what we do in our homes. In Americans there are other forms of punishment. Itimi yetimi ma we bibia yetimi kan say bia I will not be indisciplined again. Ubetro no bia 200 times book bim. Okay. Ebi so ni suspension. Na ukufia na parents who say wo ye nkola boni sem na wo mo so a straighten one son was amba school. There are other forms of punishment. You betimi even more effective than corporal punishment. One say akwale wo bu na ti no a afi wo baka se wo na se me ya abura na ababo me na afi de ti no bo no kura nka no enti me gidi ye se ansan na be in sabe kan obi pa it should be an extreme case. Okay. Otherwise there should be some other forms of punishment a bit me correct and koda no.
And your corner see and your bunny see because papa the yan the say di nkomo who was screens watch it na nansi yan who say Wizzy Empire and we Mr. President was a chebebria ye who papa we say was e kwose here ye who Wizzy the wabo bomba kwi
I mean ko baby I'm still around. Wow. Sabi producer bi ye na djuma na say wa invite you cannot force yourself onto the production. Inti some producer be frame there, of course I will go because I'm still around. Djuma ni mi nyare. Eti say whom in certain productions nature say producers no na frame say memra maybe. Enti obi frame nko dia meko. There are a few productions be amaye. Say a big cry enyama out. Enunti ena me as often as you used to see me in the past. And I said the American production, movie production ankasa a co-form. Say more first. Now there are some weeks big cry na producers to me release movies by 16 in a week. Yeah. Na wo mkra no mo fi say how wo because say movies no do so sa de hin na amanfo nkonkoto ndi no mo kra no wo mo find a way bia wo mo betimi reduce ayi no friends movies are released in a week no into those days there na movies no baba say movies no wo form enu nti no say one who me very often in any movies enu nche say majaya na say I'm still around but producer bia or hear me in his movie, no? Or invite me, Ameko.
But what you say?
Or say,
or the Omofra, what you say?
Oh, I know the say a friend saying it depends, it's negotiable between you and the producer and the producer. No? Okay. It's not a constant figure. Okay. Okay. It depends on the production and the role crowd who play, no, say ye major, say ye minor, all those things come into consideration. Na because producer no crowd of baby self na say na obejime. So because our mouth script now kind of the extent of your involvement na no so na obejina their charge. Ni bia wakase bia say when in Africa they bargain yes bia we dey misrewa atim so all those things come into effect. Nti sanity it's not a constant figure.
You say about the we old when you figure kra we white timua but you share movie ni mu a omo flemu em play sa part most na mo use young artists na mo ye ni makeups they are transforming say to say Mr. OPOKU. How do you feel it about that particular things aya mo use mu na mo use kwala transform be ye mo no who say
this question has been posed to me several times. Wow. Na adia me bisa me sa question na me catch on say go and ask the directors. Wow. Say directors no omo ye casting. Okay. And in some cases class so producers no etimi catch director and say bia me hia nipa we wo me movie no e bia sa nipa na me person will play a role no mame. Aha. First, it depends on the director who is doing the casting. And our face so in some cases, a producer requested specifically say, I need this person in this movie. me person will play a role say mami enti say ubisa wo mo no mo timi ka kire o say bia saa de we nti ene ye use young people na ye make wo mo up na ye use mpanifo na then you have the correct the appropriate answer. Me the ubisa me if you want to know my view on this enipa bia it is say when I was young I thought like a young man like na when I'm old and so me dwene ampani nwene so ahu enti attitudes change over the years wo yakoda sen e wo sene wo attitude tie ena unyini so a e wo sene wo attitude tie so ahu na me yakoda na me dwene sa akoda me nyini yesu so de me dwene ti se pen me dwene mpani nwene so ahu enti se me ma dwene mu de se wo fa akoda na wo making it up so onko ye mpanifo role the attitude no the experiences that he has passed through in life no and this say opani no the experiences in life enema wa fam ni adesua wasua enti wo communication ni wo attitudes no enye the same enti me preference mom ni say ye mpanifo role it is proper to give it to obi a woye penimu na the attitude everything ye penimu attitude penimu adwene so but then you see to every rule there is an exception woni akoda bi tifia na akoda no etimi kasi akoda we die woye mpeninsem na efri ne yo ene ne kasa etimi me kasa akoda we di oyem paninsem na chese wono no paninsem na wonimu so enti obi saa no na so wode ni yem panifo rule ene de it is appropriate because already no what ho no panifo attitude na wonimu but otherwise ene me prefer say wode panimu be play panimu role adentina onko fa panimu me fan say yeah maame no mu panifu na fa no play young girl role now you use young girl man play young girl role na mu panimu dia no akwa make up akoda na odi na be panimu for me it is inappropriate but then na make no akoda bi wo ho na wo panifu attitude me e ka say akoda we di wo paninsem so na na bi so nti no sa no de now this akoda no play that kind of role he flows naturally because one what one we paninsem dada sana me hu no
ba eba na sa hamo mo ama yempanyimfo wo mo am feel sanka mo na say mo play sa part no hamo
me de enhame enhame in the sense that movie na no on say yen artist no yen nyema yen ho yama an audience outside enti the audience no outside no be kan eno ne dimu na se ne question ya ubisa me e kire say the people out there no bebre ani nye ho sa because me na ubisa me sa question nkofo bebre ebisa me sa de no which means say there are people in audience no bebre ani nye sa de no enti that should tell the directors and the producer something so say nipa na ye sini na komo ye de akokire wo mo no they don't like that thing wo penisa anything na de bia no mo hu ye ya no mo bi say ho asem no it should inform the directors and the producers na wo mo adjust wo mo way of thinking na ebia na ye wo role bi so na o ye panimu but na ye nya panimu bia obetimi a play that role effectively so you know when we say movie you are using it to tell a story it is a nya panimu bia obetimi a play that role effectively na communicate where you na we story no to the audience na say unya obi a feel say we young na ono obetimi a play that role no communicate effectively and yes any obetimi a make enipa up no aye but then all the people for example in Ghana na say woman nim say nipa we say we young man and why no old man yeah, nah, it doesn't click with them. Well, this is a lesson for the producers and the directors.
Wow.
Me artist there, many who some because I don't do the casting.
Wow. Mami be say way about movie no na unim de ekona de na wo hwe a mu di gu akwan mu a ebeti mama movie no akofa since ye wo mu.
First of all, ubeye movie a ade a wo say ubisa wo ho ne say storyline. Who is your target audience? Who is your target audience? Nipa saying, nipa ben, nipa su ben, and I will expect to say, womu ebehwe wo movie no, ama womu ani agye ho. Who is your target audience? Eti wo hwe wo storyline na who se sa nipa we na me target womu a. Na wama wo story no, aye in such a way say that category of people no, womu ani begye ho. Womani beje ho enti me de sini no se nipa no ani beje ho a ni nyina no whom you are targeting who nipa wo targeting na eno ebemu ohun wo storyline your friend saying even the artist that you will use and also important because it's just like football. And they who say nipa bebre or mo hwe Ghana ye football no te say the first na ehwe no obi wo ho a obi san say na de ntina se say the monko park ya was na me kwa hwan na me ko hwe no. Wow. So time wa yan ye si so no de na nipa bi ti say OPOKU free ye your friend saying OPOKU nti all those kind Mohammed Polo Adolf Amma Peter Lamte. Those players, you know, Chastela, they were an attraction. Make I pass na ye stadium ko heko to komancha. Almost every match ye be pon bia no ma kukuru Josam. Asi ha konko no ebinum kura friend na Josam because na omo ball no in such a way say one ko park kura wani nye. Edu Sunday no one ko stadium wani nye. Enti tem bia no na sa nipa no enti wo mo ko stadium kwa kohwe ball sa na movies no so tie obi wo ho a ohun artist we mu a obi wo say Bruce Lee movie about ubo se amanfo obi apeso hwe ohun sa nipa we say ni movie about you want to go and see it so enti storyline who is your target audience. So, and the artists will be used to so are they an attraction to the audience? No? So, and those two things count. And say a month for anybody is seen in we need to do market research. Say, nipa na me yesin na kwachire woman. E dia ben na wo mo pa hwe. E dia ben stories sa na wo mo ani gye ho. Aware historical movies no money john the friend say you do a market research and na wo a wo produce movies no ama wo no ade a wo pe and apart from say we research and we target audience no we limit in saying why you wadwene say we be movie no for local audience and also an international audience. So because we movie for an international audience was sending our story no ebeye afa because you are not limiting it to Ghana. You are also looking at people outside Ghana until you are looking at an international audience. So we movie no why you wadwene say we the local audience na ne hianwa eno de eno so e wo kwan a obefa so a obeye no na ama attractive local audience no nti sa na tie won say wo hwe movie bi wo tie ne title no kra Libya Kwantuo wo tie Libya Kwantuo a it tells you immediately say it is an international audience and na wo hwehwe because Libya kwantuo no eye hazardous journey bi aya na enkrofo undertake enye Ghanaians nko other West African nations women nationals take that hazardous journey no on be fa desert so ebinim kura ko wu desert no so ebinim so they make it to the shore, the Mediterranean Sea no makotena boatum na boat no timi ko capsize because of the number of people la omo eti boat no na nipa no bia wu. And so people still do it. People still do it. Until we hear a movie like that, you should understand, say, you need an international audience. Now, woman hazards a woman. A movie like that, a capital intensive. I was say udisika ewuramu kese. Eti basa na was say okope sponsors. Omo betimi aboa ama waye a movie ebe strike all of maybe Africa, because Africans see and migrating mostly Europe through those hazardous means. Enti target audience. If you now target to are you targeting a local audience? Are you targeting an international audience? All those things come into play. So moving now. When you are writing your story, I was saying now writers no so they should research. They should research because every profession biano one professional ethics, their professional attitudes. Say who cast a doctor. I was so who say doctors womu demeanor, womu kwanya womu faso, womu de kasa any idea. You have to cast somebody a no betimi ayesa adwuma. Ama ye natural. Ye chiamia. Achiami for was sending omusi a omokasa. Enti was say obi a was say cast obi a obetimi akasa te say ochiami ama na ye natural. So because what is acting after all? Yes, acting you make believe.
Okay. Wow.
Make people believe. Say ade na role na open. We ye judge. Na say you cast you as a judge. What do you do? Was say we court. Now court na say now we share judges no. The way they carry themselves when they are on the bench, the sort of language, the sort of questions, you have to do all these things so that you play that role effectively. You can still as a lawyer. Now, court to that. How do you even know how the lawyers carry themselves in court? The sort of questions that they ask. Question. So na wo cast will be obetimi ayesa de effective. Wo cast will be to so ohene. E wo se nipa kro no otimi kwa ahemfie. Wo writer no kra no wo se wo kwa ahemfie. Na wo hu se ni your friends say ahemfo no wo see the way wo see comport themselves when they are sitting in state. So until all these things come into play. But say no one say watch your story no raw na your friend saying we work cast nipa bi saa no ma ko play role na who say ye movies no bi wo ho uko outsider people criticize us criticizing say oh na say yenye say na say yenye say so but say who play the role effectively nipa hu a ka say wo de we judge and now we lawyer and now we doctor now because you play the role naturally. Send me a doctor for you. Both the writers and the artists, we should research our roles. So, me kai say the movie or confirm director no oko ukuga oko menshia himfie ni nyina ko bisa questions sana otimi aye write no. So, script writing no. So it should be factual. It should not be an assumption. You don't do an assumption, especially for example in a historical movie. You don't do an assumption. Called the source. But be assembly see the history behind it. Now effective. Obi a won name history no kra no. Obesua history no through your movie. So inti sanity movie no will target audience no should determine how you go about shooting your movie.
Papa, I mean, this a way about how movie artists for journey into the politics, especially people are saying say we journey politics or come down on some page view won't team by artists and as a star. Yeah, sure about recently Jeko a burden if you people are saying say or journey politics and now I'm waiting me I join estimate a burden if you no ma we BBC what drink there were anything.
To start with, we live in an intolerant political climate. Doctor need to me politics. Yeah. Lawyer need to me politics. Teacher need to me politics. All professions omutimi politics. Now, say if an entertainer now okoye politics, what is wrong with it? Me, I don't see anything wrong with it. Uko tolerant societies. I'm sure say you all know say Oprah Winfrey. She's an entertainer, but you'll be associated with some your friends saying political camp. So but we live in an environment we are so intolerant. Say bitiwe say me express a view bia it tallies with the view of one political party. I will be tagged. Okay. One of the best tag them is say me ye sa party no enipa. But it might not be so. Okay. It may not just it's just that my independent opinion not tally with this. It is a me can't say be not say tally with this political party. So na junior. Na say wo tag me with that political party. Na say asemfufuro bi ba. Na say madwene ni the other political party no so adwene hia. Now will you tell me say after the majority political party akwa join the political party way? That is not the case. Yeah. Are they telling us say we don't have independent-minded Ghanaians? One more thinking on their own. The one feel say ebeboa or mine. Are they telling us say you need independent-minded Ghanaians? Are they telling us that we don't have any? Enti saadi no tagging enti ena me say me getting involved with any political party. It is not that. Now, say me vote. Me I voted since 1969. Wow. Since 1969, Second Republic. Wow. I voted since 1969. Okay. But say you won't see me say me any political party bia. But then I vote. Okay. Say judges will move vote. Lawyers will move vote. Even the electoral commissioner so on so vote. Enti me say your friends entertainer bi na say wono feel say e wo say a friend saying or they no call dumb party bia. I have nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with it. You say life is a matter of choices. Okay. And choices have their consequences. Wo kwa join any political party no ako campaign for them no. Wo say who say it is your choice. And that choice has a consequence. Okay. How are people going to receive you? So, enunti ena obi o ha on pen no asem a osem de even though me wo party wo madwunim nanso so me nko gina bonten enkasa ema obi nte ena wo makotage me because it say ye intolerant no politically intolerant no obi a enka even kra wo hu a nani jiw adwuma ya ho that is senior adwuma no because you what tag you say was a political party no nti no na ohun kra na nka anigi a owo se wodi hu no na eni hobion because we are so politically intolerant na enye eye ade bi e wo society no mu a e wo se yijai ye nyina ya dwene entimi nya baako ye nyina ya dwene entimi nya baako enti se me wo madwene na se ene wo de no you see politics is a contest of ideas. Politics a contest of ideas. Wo wadwene ni so madwene ni. Enti de he na you feel say you follow a ebeboa yen. So ho. Enti say obi wo politics mu a me say all other professions ebiti na say kra na many obi di nkomo. And I say doctor be high in the medical health profession. Also we contest a friend say parliamentary seat. Yes, if doctor anka e be obaboa in the health services no. Also ko play politics. But no kwa na nim di nti a person ko play politics.
You share Agyapong die na amanfo ka say ene na ama wetima build ni fie na ewie no. That means what the whole journey wait me any scale to me build. There's a movie into me more was our kwan so. As a politics na.
I believe say it is mischief. A mischief. Agyapong, to the best of my knowledge, or started start dying. I know fan ho enkobo political party bia. Na a dying a chair. A dying see a chair. He knows why. Onu nenim di ntia ma a dying no ni see any chair. Me personally cry. There was a time no come he had security concerns cry. Say be obakwa hen obakwa tenefio because if you know enka me to the best of my knowledge they nanka ye habitable.
Okay.
For some time. But now the wakama me he has security concerns. And na me say na 1% okoko tena ho. Assassin crime say who ba some time ago with Ohinibi. Enti a mischief. Say Ghana for. Say ya dwene ne say ye politics di ko pesika dia. Nature say ye politics no say be enye politics papa. Ya dwene say ye kwa join politics. Na ye dia kwa pesika dia. Na dia wo se ye hu ni say ya dwene ni say ye kwa bo oman no kro no. That is what it means. Say anyone dwene say wo join politics because you want to serve your people. Na say what dwene ni say wo go join politics no because wo di ko pesika dia ade a wo say wo ti ase ni say wo ko bo oman no kro no. Sa na wo say wo hu say wo di kro no na wo ko bo oman no edinti na wo ko join politics no. And American politics is a contest of ideas. Adwene ben ena ye fa ye di bu oman na ebema oman no atumpon ebema oman na ko nanim eno na wo say hia obi a opese ko into politics. So enti say yen say wan ko join politics dia enya dia obenye ska nature say yen we have accepted say uko politics mu a uko akobo oman no kro no na wo dia nyeska.
Right now you share how why you movie are kwechire na Ghana ha no ipadodo na nimu na if say party A or party B here will service for political activities now you accept for that and
it depends, never say never.
okay.
Me obi a ade a mempe any verbal or physical violence. I am anti-violence.
Okay.
I am anti-violence. Enti ade bia wo be violent no. Now if you want to get me into it, forget it. I will not get into it. So if it's just an expression of idea B am wonin die bi e na wo pese me de be serve a na se na make no. Life is a matter of choices, and choices have their consequences. Sem adwuma na me bia wo pese me beye ma no. E wo se me ti ase se me ba beye adwuma na ma no. Some people will almost say sometimes yen Ghana ha no obi ohun ni political opponent of an so yen tamfo, which is not so. Okay. Which is never so. So a contest of ideas. Enti se wo fa me se me ye adwuma bi ma na me hu backlash ebeba because we live in an intolerant society. Na se me feel say sa backlash no ebe hamia ene me nye sa backlash no ebe ha me a menye can tolerate sa backlash no it will not affect me in any way then I can do it. I will say never. Family say me nkoye adwuma bi no ma na say me fi say adwuma me ye ne be ha me a menye. But if in my assessment, in my opinion, ain't ha me a metimi aye. But as a rule, I don't like the verbal and physical violence associated with our politics. You know? So, as a rule, I don't like it. So, until who invite me, say me may be my political party be my journey home. You know.
Okay, but you said recently about to call so for ye choose Fiber NPP, you know. Kennedy Agyapong your reactions be about the equine idea, no. Me po adwenche about that say the year no ne kon aso ano no. And answer it is for that particular area.
You are getting me into a very dangerous territory.
You are
getting me into a very dangerous territory.
Sorry. Okay.
What is Kennedy Agyapong say? What is he supposed to have said? Martini voice you on the radio. Yeah. Now his concern was this. Say one only the agent amano. He was prevented. The agent was prevented from going to do the work now. Or no appointing is say on konkoye mano. Now, you are talking about reaction. Yeah. Well, intolerance na make no. When we say NPP one political family. 10 people. And na ye kwa yi 5 every mu amako another round of enti enkeni se ede bibia sakra ba one family o nipa 10 no nyese ye kwa yi even one o ye ko yi 5 enti ni se bibi sakra ba adinti no se bibi saba ema obi reacting in that manner that he reacted. So anything na make sure say yen politics no I say ye nyanti ase yo me I have said elsewhere. Say in 1978 na you rejected union government idea no from the benefit of hindsight. I think we lost a great opportunity to chart a new course of governance in this country. Even though me Kumasi Sports Stadium na Ghana ni la Côte d'Ivoire ye bo friendly match the bie stadium na ya renovate no for the 1978 Africa Cup of Nations. Wow. Na General Kuti o champion one be bie stadium na no na nkasa yi no mu na okoka union government no ho asem ye nyina ye bo no tutuo na ye bo no it was not out of disrespect for our head of state o na we were doing so in good faith because we thought, say, the soldiers wanted to perpetuate themselves in government, in power. And nothing now, Emma reacted that way. But look at 78 and now. Let's talk about today. From the benefit of hindsight, we feel, say, Ghana, we lost a great opportunity to chart a new course for our political development. Now, it was a good idea. Because look at what multi-party politics has done in this country and in Africa in general. A polarizing. So along ethnic and even religious lines, which is not good for our nation and our continent. So we are so intolerant. Just me you know what I mean to ask you. Argentina they can tolerate each other. So if you go to the US, where you're Democrat, where you're Republican, UK, where you're Liberal, where you're Labour. So what? Okay. So what? I don't just say when you're the citizen of that country. A contest of ideas. Will be arguing say na you differ. We also arguing say na you differ. And in the US, for example, one more Senate hire and one more House of Reps. So I told the big crowd one friend joint so Ebiana Assembly or a very difficult to decide. Now was a House of Reps and a Senate in a meeting on would decide. So a contest of it. What is in the national interest? What is in the national interest? And no and here. What you may musesia. What the young can crow. Oh, who say people place their political parties above Ghana. They think their political parties are more important than Ghana. So, but yeah, na se Ghana ni ho a, se nkasa political party no susu ni ho. Hey, I didn't think ye put to political interest, political party interest above the interest of the nation. It didn't. Because we feel say political party no ho no and we be nyeska. It yet they misplaced politics in a play no. Misplaced. We feel say we no na ban ni party wo aban a na be ma ni sika. So ho, enti sika nti enti na we join political party no support to sa political party. Nya oman ni ye de ntia. So ho, ye national interest no de ya to atwene ba bi o na political party interest. Wo de say ye wo party be in government now. Say yakoto aba na say aban no asesa ekọ another political party a. Wo de obehu your friend saying lorry parks won be kwa kwaje toilets won be kwa kwaje chese bibia wo man mu bia won be kwa kwaje because won feel say won mu awo mu sesen won ye political party bi for nipa enti sese na won na ban aba ne de wo so won kwaje sa ne man nyina. Is that what happens in other places like US? Now we are Democrat na your friend saying Republicans for winning elections. Yes, we are Democrat inti mo ye adwuma under government bia we say mu free ho. Ye wo appointments bia incoming government na aye. Eno de we say eti ase. So ahu. But as an ordinary Ghanaian we ye wadwuma de apewa no aduane. Eni si e be you because political party na support no wonu afiri aban mu nti we say ni say odidi biom. So we are so intolerant. And there are a lot of people in Ghana here come more ideas so betimi dia bo man no. But enam sa na man intikura. They don't want to get involved in politics. And yes na me was school. That was in 1970. Now politician be near friend Joe Apia. And Obama lecture I was in school. I'm was form of secondary college. And na was say Obia ubeka say when you're interested in politics, no, then you are a living dead. Wow. Because we can't electricity who say you are talking about politics. We can't ensure who say in those days now your be essential commodities, shortage of essential commodities. We can't say you are playing politics. It won't me entna Ghana hana unka say you are not interested in politics. Who complain about services in our hospitals you are talking about politics. Everybody is intrinsically interested in politics, but how so we get involved actively no it's a different ball game. So because of the intolerant environment in which we operate, enipa bi and get involved. And can you nipa be bring ideas I betim the abo man. But enam sa niema nti and our more and get involved. Because we are so intolerant. Na yes here the multi-party democracy. Na ya polarizing a country. Na ibinum hu nipa bia omo hu omo se omo ya atamfo. Nipa we hu se nipa omo hu omo se omo ya atamfo. How do we then yet me build the mind? We cannot. Because wo ye yinu nyina wo ye obi be no not the perceived enemy no one so pull you down. The perceived enemy no one so pull you down. Na then na my o man na konanim. So let us be politically tolerant of other people's ideas. So anything na me the America say so our union government idea now we threw it out. You know. It was unfortunate. From the benefit of hindsight, me the main imagine say it was unfortunate. And no say yenka. When we say mo take a decision na ye by consensus. So a bois, so a bois, a ma, a diana moyeno, a conanim. So this direction. Now, Nippon so one of the one national interest, one only party interest, no pull back. So anything I make say, even though multi-party democracy may work in the US, it may work in the UK, it may work in Germany, but yen media me share your attitudes, your behavior. We are not ready for multi-party democracy. That is why I am now saying, say here a national government, saying we all move along together. Now yet me I build the mind. So so movie we are Mr. President.
Mr. President, yeah.
Your major concern your misgovernance on the continent of Africa. Inti yen koye ni mono.
Okay.
So ye pesi ye twi amanfo adwene si enema bone a ye in our governance no. So adentina party bi ewo ho na o start project bi a na se o free aban se wa wie na se party fufu oba aban mu a oba project no want to aso na aye waste ama ye oman no ashiska gu kwa because say project ni siwa for so many years. Now when we come back to it we'll spend more money so reactivating the project. And so sana say Ghana hare party back ba aban mu no or start project bi na wa wie another party ba oba abandon no we have examples around Ghana. Enye so enunti na media me ka say Africa in general we are not ready for multi-party democracy because we don't understand multi-party democracy. You feel say through multi-party friends and politics now it is an opportunity for you to make money. Which is here in politics now woman no cry because no leaders no what is the template? The template is this: get into power, amass wealth with your family and friends and your party gurus, and when you retire finally you go and enjoy the loot that you accumulated. That is the template of governance in Africa in general, and in Ghana in particular. The template is this: get into government, amass wealth with your family and friends and your party gurus, and then when you retire, you go and enjoy the loot. That is the template. But we need to change. We need to change. And yes, your continent here.
Baba, you share about the Africa country now, Kasano, Niger, Burkina, other countries in India, the army. They rule our country from now. You know, people are saying is Agyapong, honorable Agyapong, reaction is not reacting. You know, Ultimuze or BB to say JJ, how now work could draw to me a pushy S-force for everything or Yabiano. That's the reason why honorable Agyapong will pushy S-force for that. We share that particular team we are. We waiting everything me happy for in some okay in here say the China say honorable face Ghana our economy now everything abua for that.
I started following politics in America in the 1960s when President JFK was assassinated. And Ena Unia Robert Kennedy was assassinated. That was when I started following politics in America. Now, American politics, no, it was based on principles until Donald Trump came. I didn't like the politics of Donald Trump.
Wow.
Even though my dear American politics from the 60s up to this time. But my pet Donald Trump in politics. Say, Ubekaya, it drew a time now I was say Congress. Eko confirmed the election of what was the president? How can I forget the name?
Obama.
No. Current American president.
Okay.
So na otimi incite the supporters. Emma, they were even talking about killing his own vice president. Kill Mark Spence. Kill Mark Spence. Kill Mark Spence. Just say, me who be that?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Thank you. Now also I'm going to confirm the election of Joe Biden. Na Donald Trump. It me inciting the supporters. Emma, because they knew say Mark Spence was not going to do anything to overturn the victory of Joe Biden.
Okay.
We inciting the supporters. Kill Mark Spence. Kill Mark Spence. It was a different thing altogether. Sunday, say your friend saying, you feel say Kennedy Agyapong, or ye be untoward that. Or see a Timika. Or say a Timika say, I did we Kennedy ye because was that the appropriate reaction to his perceived that is his grievance? His grievance, was that the appropriate response? It is up to us to decide. Says Sanipa no, so obey or my president ebeboye. Say one who say Ghana, almost about 31 million. Okay, and now your president obabedi and so. And then you mean na nipa ho adwuma edin. On say nipa ho adwuma edin pa. Na ensem a obeti nyina na be ye ode. And then someone abeti nyina na be ye ode. But when you hear such a year enema enye ode na, how do you react to it? How do you react to it? Enti say yen ye hwe your temperament. Na say you feel say your friend saying Kennedy the temperament, you know, good for us. Then no one say we go to aba. No one say want to man. That's all. Okay. Say we feel say the temperament, you know, good for Ghana. We go to aba. We go promote no e na be kasa say sa nipa we say na yi the temperament no good for us. Since we feel say because we are abrasive. Mekai US for now no representative be or United Nations. Na almost he is the abrasive US representative to the UN. One so if you want an abrasive president, then you go for that kind of president. But if you want a year, one friend said Daniel Patrick Moynihan. Daniel Patrick Moynihan. Now he was popularly called, say, the abrasive U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. As against Obiti say Andy Young. Now Andy Young is also a U.S. ambassador to United Nations. But his attitude was different. So, it is a so you feel say yepe ubia we moderate as a president. Then we go for who is a moderate. Now you prefer yepe ubia we abrasive, we radical. So then we go for who we think we appropriate for us because we abrasive, we radical. Yeah. And it depends on us Ghanaians. Who do we want? Do we want an abrasive and radical leader, or do we want a moderate leader? So, Ghana for the year person.
Right now, no, Kofo be na kase Ghana ye din o. Emo ye din ama ye o. Papa, emo ye din. At the same.
Say, wa ubeka se Ghana enye din de na chese no kure na ho pesa woka.
Okay.
Me no senior woka na me fie ko animu kakra. I lived under colonial Ghana. Na brofo na rule ye. But that time they na me yakola ketu anti na me nim hwe. And I live under various governments in this country. Both civilian and military.
Okay.
Na at every point bia ye Kwame Nkrumah kra say ye tu no na say enema mu ayedin ti na ye tu no meboa NLC for be tu Kwame Nkrumah na say enema mu ayedin na say enema milk ni hwan ye nya bi nto ni ade na ye di tu no we even tag them with corruption one say corruption there a free Kwame Nkrumah so be sit atem bia ye the corruption tag aban bia e kire yen say corruption there abeye yen subculture Ghana corruption has become a subculture in Ghana. Na aban bi obebe bia NLC for time no. Womo be too Nkrumah. One more time no edrum re bi e ka se Ghana ye din. Dr. Buzia aban bae Progress Party edrum re bi soldier for be too no because womo se woman ni mo aye din. Your friends NRC for ana champion no edi animu wo so ye betu wo kra de na palace school akufo no na betu friends champion no so ho ansana ye say ye be san ko the Third Republic no was it the Third Republic no ena Rollins Bell in the so-called revolution ema Rollins so ebedi akonwa so na esan say wanche wo so ene wo koye na Dr. Lima because we were already preparing for an election ena obe step in enti within that short space of time no ena oboye elections na Dr. Lima when ya obe president okoye no anche em say na office na djuma no so wo ye no wanye ene osan baaye on 31st December 1981 I was be to Hillary man. Na the American kusia ni say aban bi obebe bia no ye ka so oman ni mu ayedin aban bia ni wa baga na ha ya nka say oman ni mu ayedin aban bia ye ka so oman ni mu ayedin and ye di tu no ye di corruption so calm enti say no Ghana for ye complain say oman ni mu ayedin a enye me nwanwa na it is true omanu de emu ayedin pa na as we will have it tembia no ye ka se covid any your friends saying Ukraine war enna akoke kanema bomu ama omanu mu ayedin so some people dispute it, others also say it is true. Some people even point to the fact say enye Ghana ha nko na ayedin oh well even in the developed countries now our economies no strong no yen crofo a wo motete ho no yen nuanom ne ebusuafo a wo wo Germany wo wo America wo wo UK wo nyina wo kan say ho so ayedin enti Ghana no de ye ka say emu ayedin it is true a fact you say wa wo mpesa wo kan okre no and I because say oman mu nyedin oman mu de emu ayedin but is it limited to Ghana? That is the question.
Okay. That way ye ba solo so de ye bless ye si fom kakra na ye free politics side no. Movie industry no that the mean be so we about how ye hunu wa bonten and say ye tinu wa bonten say artist we nka I say odo ye hunu say enim sa tete no sa na tie na abawura mu pemende anase etisen na ama sanyim we nia ya na ewura tudu momadwuma no musa because people love you guys omo pamo asem na yebete say bia artist we nka ha nipa bebre obaye peyin wo mu de etisen
okay time me wura industry no mu no na me hu ye nyina na ye hu se ye enuanom na ye hu se ye enuanom. I remember very well say na ye ansa na ye be movie bia akra no na ye koye rehearsals ewo your friend say Diana Hotel ewo Asokwa wa hu na ye nyina ye hu se ye enuafo say ye cast nipa in one role la ye cast nipa ba kupe o bi a nipa miensa yeso obi a nkonkosua na ye bar rehearsals a na ye behu nipa miensa no aye casting for that role no ye be yi baako so it was quite competitive na ye di agro kra se bia ye castle na emra ye hia na ye hu a ye say ambitious substitute ye free be ambitious substitute na decide nipa na wo sua role no yetimi decide role no ma no na wakwako place a role no but satan na ye fa ye ho se aniafo na ye fa ye ho se aniafo ti na ye asresem kra so fast forward to this time. Okay. Media the American say in all human societies, ye was any man be a woman. Enipa bi wo ho a ohun kra wo mpe wasem. Wonya no boni bia o. Okay. Enipa bi wo ho ohun na onye wo hwe nsoso na wo chire no tan no. Enti saade no de ebi wo ba bia I don't think say it is only in the movie industries and uhusa enema no. In all professional, I believe so we need lawyers pa ko hia sisi na obi sa omo. Maybe sure say lawyers bi o amon pe omo yonko lawyers for asem. Okay. Uko market women ho a traders here, me sure say market women ebi wo ho a omo hu obi a wo ye market woman ati so omo penasem. Not because nipa na ye no boni bi o. But ohu sa nipa no a ase we hu ni tamfo bi time na me yakoda na me ko school e wo Mcbrown mampon na Ghana Water Companies at Ghana Water and Sewage Corporations ana na frɛ wo na operator bi even though I was a very small boy me hu papa no a na me mpenasem na chese me dwene ho kra me ntiase na woni ade kra na ntie ma me mpe papa na se ni nantie keke won nantie ase we said you see tutu ni 90 said you all life bi na me hu na me mpe na sem so enti me nyine ye na me ka se na papa kra ale wono na ne nantie no na o pese won nantie sa enti no say ha me enti na me mpe na sem enti it's like that in life obi wo ho a na wonye no bone bia ebi wo ho a your friend say the me say me ti hoyi obi krati me ka say papa we dey o brofo do kan brofo do sa de no nko akrati me ma obi tan o wa mra wo nye ne bone bia o so enu nti sa de no de me nti me nka say ebi ni movie industry no but me say I don't look at such things say ye ko set so a me de me hu obi a say o emi nia obi a ye madamfo wona yesime me no me play ayi bi a role bi a me no be play no me nwene sa adwene no bi wo mitirim ye pon a ye ku obi fie ye ku ye fie a sa me mitim fie na so tu fie etime de sa adwene no se bi a we see anyway nkan me de me bi ni madwene just say I don't have time for it but e bi no mo ye sa no e de bi ntina wo ye sa de ntina wo say wo time wo yonko I am even aware say yes obi wo ho a ye casting obi say woni no play the same year you can say omunko the same year set so a was is anipa we kan ho dia amenye so matete sansem no bi but why wo ye adwuma no nso so ye adwuma de ntino so utimi ka say me de sanipa we kan ho dia amenye enye was set time bia no yenya ye wo industry no ye hu say ye aniafo we belong to one family so movie industry no was ye hu say ye one family anti was say ye hu a enokra ma adwuma na mo ye no ekoso se mo ka mo hu say ne mbesi adi agro mi say nyame fa ne kra nsie katare se me ni hia ohun mi a nana po Mrs. Kato kata so na chese anigye nkwa se wo tembia ye hia ye ho a anigye nkwa obi ti se ayi Kofi Ajolo se me ni hia Kofi Mr. Pog anigye na ye ni agye enti adwuma no One will say, yes, the chemistry between the two of you. So when nipa no play a role na because of sa natural chemistry na woman temnunti. Mutimi play mu role no yie na se bia woni obi nka na woni no play a role bi. Say ni ho abufuo kura be wo tirima ma wanhwe ya adwuma na woni ne ye no kura enko yie. Enti me de sa de no de se bi wo ho a wo mo ye sa de no wo mo nyae. Wo mo nyae na emfaso bia ni so. Enipa sebe me wo 3 basic principles be a government life. One, the golden rule.
Okay.
Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. The second one is say, what is worth doing is worth doing well. And then the third one, this world is not our own. We are just passing through. So the Jimmy born so enti me sanye man no say the first principle the golden rule me ade a me de ye wo a wo de ye me a enya me de no me fa nyaw because me nim say sa de no me wo de ye me a enya me de enti no wo say me de be ye wo ena what is worth doing is worth doing well. Adie bia wo bebo ti mo paso ko be ye no wo so hu se wo de wakoma ne wadwene nyina ye ne yie se wo feel se wo ntime nye de amenye but the moment I will be accept se wo be yes ade no wo so wo ye ade ne yie ma eso di so hu ena se be wo mo a wo mo kire mo ho asase isu asase ye de kwan we are just passing through
you twem
ye twem akọ eti wo be ye ho chencherenchan na wa ye ho se wo de wo wa ne wa wo de kwan he fa na wo de kọ so hu enti ebinim wo industry no mu a wo mo empe wo mo yonko no asem all that I will say I will advise them so wo mo nyai sa de because asasi so ayi we ye mfa nko ba bia wo be ye wo de a no it's like a stage. See you play na stage you know we be play we part we are na we call na obi for so about be playing there. The world is a stage. This ma wo mo nye saade no so obi ye saade na wo so wo mo jai because emfa so bia ni so wo mfa nko ba bia emfa wo nkosi hu so ho enti so what say nipa bi ye sa wo industry no all that I will do is to advise them say emfa so bia ni so enti wo mo nyai.
Papa, you be sorry so no man be say we as a movie no basa no colleague for ni be a tragu YouTube short skit ni ade we are expecting some ka obetwe bi but ye hu ho that particular no there na ma ye hu ho sa
the attorney said just like I said from the beginning we are artists you don't cast yourself. You don't force yourself into a production.
So omofrewa
why not?
Okay.
Ofremi na say scripture ade a opese me ye na mani gi ho a.
Okay.
Metimi aba abaye. But say opese me be ye ade bia me mani nye ho dia say mentimi nye.
Because in again say akoye YouTube na akoye comedy and say akoye short skit intini we ni nje ho say ubetwa akoto YouTube a wo fed na ye movie line ko a say be ba TV so na ade.
Oh, metimi aye na make can if it is okay, if I don't have any objection about what is being done. I mean, I didn't na me yet. Nti obi encrophobi ho kra wo mo enemy akasa so one person me betwa wo mo bi mo mo no mo de ko to YouTube. But obi ho kan wi afa wonti ne nkan bion. But me dey say we invite me say me be play a role be or short be now from go to YouTube. If I think it's okay for me, I'll do it. Why not?
Mr. President, who play role ben
Mr. President, now ruling party no, governing party no.
Okay.
Now I was a council of elders, members of the council of elders of that party. Now I'm a member. And I'm a member of the council of state. So, say council of elders for the party, no, the AMA party, and now you're in government. But I also play the role of a council of state member. So, they're for the whole nation. It's not for my party. Okay. I was a council of state member.
Daddy me da say me ba won chen ya odi me di nkomo.
Yo.
Mbamba okwan na waka wo fana we da kire ya hwefo.
Ade a me pese me ka kire Ghana for ne se. Ade bia ye patronize ye produce wo Ghana ha no. They should not see it as inferior quality. So na ye produce movies ni ade a wo mo patronize because yen ntimi nkoye science ye see so aye hwe movies no na science America science niam akese no mi na no bi na yen ye betimi aye yen ye be ye de fa yen ye ho a etu yenfo kire ya ade enti se ye bibi wo ye man mu a ya Ghana for it's not only about movies in Kwan se ye bibi wo Togo kra na ye ade no bi wo Ghana ha o meka se Togo de na ye papa yes ade bia e be free outside aba no de ye papa send ye wo Ghana it is not so it is not true enunti de me ka kire Ghana for ani se Ghana for ye bibi ye movies a mum patronize ye mumunti ne ye yo ya anya ama ye ho ye maamo na ye gidi ye se ye stories so ye de movies no ya de bia it impacts positively on our own lives because movie be bia no story no enunti na stories de movies na ye important no ye per se impact positively on the lives of the people enunti me Ghana for say ade bia movie bia e be produce wo Ghana ha no mum my patronize say ye be ya we can continue to produce more medamu nyina
obi se so frɛ na personally no e bi ohia wo so obe ye na adwuma movie any other thing bia na information bia no betimi dia fa so na wonya wankasa na do wedi nkomo
metimi ede me number atudwa me kai say na ye movie bi na I was me ye call be in the movie director nka say me fa me anka say me number nye say ne be ya me can in the say say one scene yetimi ye no take 1 take 2 take 3 ni ade say ne be ya me remfi me di me number 2 dwa afa bi anka say me no me ho anadukura amadakura na nkrofo ofre me
wow
Eti yana sometimes yana yempese ye the number
but this particular thing they make catch me viewers class because it's a personal business don't call ana papa yes ana
yeah because yana nkrofo timi wanadwu awadakura na omo frɛ so eti wo pese woni me na ye adwuma bi a mema 2 numbers ba ko ye me Tigo so time na ye friend sen kra
and Ariba na Ariba MTN
there be
okay
me refi heading 0277
okay
668425 0277 668425 and the other one is MTN 0246834874 so opese onemi ye adwuma you can call me on these lines na me srew woni me ye adwuma na se be ayensin bi na opese oni media me srew me mfre
okay me da se wotimi adwane me aha Smart Ghana TV movie actor Mr. Poku my friend ne njiche nkomo Smart Ghana TV koso na adwane ye wonyam we repair ye pese ye de bro me din ene Mr. Pilo let's end